Jacob.
I'm Yuri.
And we're going for a drive.
...2024 Subaru Outback Wilderness.
Without launch control.
It's gonna hold the RPMs. Will it?
Oh yeah.
It's got to.
Here comes the boost.
Come on.
It's taking a while to get there. The gearing. Yeah.
I'm holding it. Hey, a lot faster than that Impreza. Let's get to the horsepower and torque.
260 horsepower, 277 pound-feet of torque from a 2.4-liter turbo 4-cylinder boxer engine.
Woohoo! We're in the 200s for horsepower and torque.
Bro, we got boost. We have boost. This car is genuinely not slow. Like, this is the lowest level of power that every Subaru should have.
That any car should have in North America.
Yeah.
With a CVT transmission. So what is this? It looks lifted. It looks higher. It's got a lot of stuff on it. It's got an orange badge.
Yeah, it's wilderness. You can take this out into the bush and deserts and whatever you do, and I don't know.
If you don't live in Ontario, you probably use this for off-roading in actual places like Arizona, and you can go camping and do stuff. And if it's snowy, you can get through stuff because it's got X modes, which are great.
But if you do live in a city center or southwestern Ontario where there are no real off-road trails, then you just look cool driving around on the road.
It's a fashion SUV. No, fashion wagon.
Yes, well, it's like an SUV wagon thing because it's still quite big. It's got the wagonish shape. And that's what kind of makes this my favorite Subaru other than a WRX or a BRZ.
Well, I mean, I had the Wilderness last year.
The Forester.
Forester Wilderness, sorry. And I mean, I think I kind of like the looks and proportions of that more than this. Because even though this is like wagon and wagons are cool, like, I don't know, I don't mind the extra room from an SUV.
This is my jam. Although, it kind of looks like it's up high on stilts where the proportions of the Forester Wilderness do look better. But this is just like funnier and like all the plastic panels and stuff, it just looks ridiculous.
And there's no more competition for this really than like a normal price. Like Golf Allroad was like or whatever, like off-track.
This competes with like SUVs, like a RAV4 TRD off-road or whatever.
It doesn't compete with wagons because there are no more. And I guess there's like the Audi and Mercedes wagon, but they're like luxury brands.
Yeah, exactly. So paying extra for the Wilderness Edition gets you multiple Wilderness badges throughout the interior and exterior, as well as different bumpers on the outside, way more plastic cladding along the sides. You get all-terrain tires, and the Continental recommended tire would be the Terrain Contact AT because you want to take this thing off-road.
I guess this would take truck tires?
Well, truck and SUV tires.
But this isn't an SUV or a truck, it's a wagon.
Yeah.
But it takes SUV tires / truck tires?
I feel like they can't market this as a wagon because nobody would buy it, so I think they're marketing this as an SUV.
Yeah, hey, look, we got Wilderness tags, not badges on the inside.
Yes, that's right.
Sick. I like orange badges for off-roady versions.
Well, these are like... We're going to argue to the death.
There's no Trail Sport. Is that the Honda?
That's Honda.
There's no like comparable like off-roady Trail Sport yet.
We're going to argue to the death over what color this actually is. And I feel like it changes between Subarus. Like some of them actually have yellow, some of them actually have gold, but the Wilderness has this like coppery gold thing.
It's yellowish gold.
Yeah, that's what it is. And then you also get some skid plates underneath the car, and you get a suspension lift. And you get these cool wheels as well, which are kind of like knockoff T37 sort of.
Yeah, I mean, I like them.
Yeah,
I like them that they're in black, but
very
I think
simple design.
if you made them in white, it would look stupid on this.
Yeah, and they'd just always be dirty.
Yeah, but who cares if stuff is dirty? This is literally an off-road car. Like,
yeah.
It's supposed to be dirty. By the way, I like this paint color. I think more than that blue that I had on the Forester.
I really like that blue, but like this also really works for this kind of car.
The metalliciness of it is really good. And I like brown cars, gold cars, beige cars. The older I get, the more I want that beige gold kind of look.
Corolla Camry.
My first Camaro that was brown, I painted lime green as an adult. Now I'd be like, oh, I want a brown. I saw a brown Camaro, same color at like a Camaro show, and I was like, that is perfect brown.
Should have bought it.
He wouldn't sell it to me.
Those damn boomers.
I asked.
Thinking it's $100,000 car.
He said 40,000. It's still too much.
Yeah, way too much.
Yeah, I like how we got Wilderness in the headrests.
Yeah.
And
cool.
when these neoprene seats.
Yeah, so you can like repel water and go scuba diving and whatever you do in this thing.
But no ventilated.
Yeah, that would be nice. We only have heated. And then the last thing, at least for me, wilderness-wise, is we have a different roof rack, which has a larger static load, so you can actually go roof camping or overlanding, as they like to say.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense, though, if you don't want to have, like, pull a trailer somewhere, you could camp on your roof.
Yeah.
Get the attachments for that. It was like 700 pounds or something.
700 pounds, yeah, so you can support.
But you can't do 700 pounds while driving.
Correct. That's why
when you hit the brakes, it'll pop it forward probably.
it's a static load, not a dynamic load.
I do like how we got like yellow little arrows and panels covering all like the tow hook areas on in the front and the back, and then also where you want to mount stuff on the top. I think that's a cool touch.
Yeah. Oh, and then we also have the black stickers on the hood to apparently shield your eyes from the reflections of the sun.
Yeah.
But you know,
it's just a matte black
yeah,
hood
sticker. But
like
that's it.
They could have in like a 80s sports car or something.
Exactly. I think this thing looks great for what it is. Like Wilderness Edition, Subaru, go nuts. Do the Wilderness on the WRX. Do it on the BRZ. I don't care.
Yeah, they're
Like, make a Baja BRZ at this point.
they're not going to do that.
Yeah, but Porsche did it.
It would be cool.
And the BRZ is the budget Porsche.
Didn't Speed Academy do that?
I don't know if they lifted theirs. They built
The
it.
one for Dove? Had the
Oh,
cool
yeah,
off-road
that's
tires.
right.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
forgot about that.
There, it's
Yeah.
already done.
All right. Well, thanks, Speed Academy. You guys did Subaru's job for them.
Okay, and at the back, we got these exhaust tips that look like they were put on by the most budget muffler shop in the world and just cut, which I guess is fine because if you bang it up off-roading with the crazy approach and departure angles, like you may not want to ruin some nice exhaust tips.
Yeah, and you want ground clearance in this, right?
So we should probably
Listen to it from the outside.
probably sounds sick.
It probably doesn't.
Put it in neutral and rev.
Damn, dude, that's sick.
It is sick. Sick as heck.
And the suspension is amazing. It is so soft, so supple. I love driving this. It's like basically a Rolls Royce here.
It's a little bumpy, dude.
It is.
I took okay, so the reason I think you would use this in Toronto is there's this Tim Hortons, and a lot of people drive around the speed bumps, and with this car I was able to drive right through the speed bumps, and it was a little like bumpy when I landed. Like there are softer cars.
Yeah, but
softer
over
suspension.
over this stuff when you're not flying over speed bumps, this is
But
great.
this is built for speed bumps.
I don't, well, apparently it's not because you said it isn't.
Yeah, but I mean, the car doesn't get damaged, but it's not comfortable. And also, when I left my house this morning, instead of driving off my driveway onto the road like an adult, I cut the curb and drove over my grass because
See?
I have that extra ground clearance.
And I find this exceptionally comfortable. The only thing I don't like is the steering at all. And I also, through Cliche Corner, which I'm going to drive in a second, it also kind of body rolls a lot because of how lifted up it is. And
I would expect that, and I'm
But
happy that it does that.
I kind of forget that when I'm in it. It's until I'm trying to turn and do things, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm actually 40 feet in the air. And then we also have paddles to simulate all of our fake gears with our CVT. And again, this powertrain, this engine is really good for what it is.
Oh, yo, full brakes. Does it have the brake problem like the other cars? Like the
let's
Crosstrek
see.
and Impreza?
Yeah, the first initial pedal travel is really tight. Okay, Cliche Corner, tons of body roll.
It's rotating, bro.
It is. And
Oddly enough, the back is coming around.
It feels like it's gonna turn around on me. actually.
On dirt, that's probably sick.
Oh yeah, I think a lot of that has to do with these off-roady tires, and yeah. But I mean, over that bump, like it's so soft. This is really nice to drive. So let's get you into this soft, supple seat because these seats are really
You
comfortable.
say,
actually.
you say supple too many times.
I'm
Makes
saying
me
it on
feel-
purpose.
It makes me feel uncomfortable.
Good. What about moist?
Moist is fine. Supple is just like
Good, because I left the seat moist for you.
manual shifting. Oh, nailed that. I think I'm in third now.
It's a really supple shift.
Nothing subtle about it. So yeah, this power is decent. A lot better than the Impreza. Like I'm happy with this.
Yeah.
Having a manual would be cool. They probably had one in the past and nobody bought it, so they got rid of it. Blah 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 blah.
Yep.
Hey, check this out. View.
You probably got to go a lot slower.
Hey, check this out. View. There.
Sick. Yeah, you got a front camera.
Very low res, and then I also have a reverse camera. But do I have a 360 camera?
No, obviously not.
No. You know, whatever. I mean, like, you could have just put one in.
Considering the massive screen that we have that we both still don't love because all the climate controls are buried into it.
Yeah, not my favorite infotainment. Gauge cluster. Nice and simple. I like this Subaru gauge cluster. I like analog tacks. I'm going to be upset when they go digital.
I was just gonna say because we both like it,
They'll
will be
probably
ruined.
find a way to ruin it.
Yeah, in
they're
the
going
next
to make it. They're going to make it vertically tall instead of horizontally.
and
just to be
digital and
different.
laggy and who knows.
And I realized something I really don't like about this infotainment, and I think it's the graphic design. So the fonts, to make everything fit, they squish them together because the words are so long. So like driving assistance, each letter is
Yeah.
narrower than each letter from vehicle control.
I see that.
And then they change the size of the fonts a lot. It's like they want to use full words, but because of that, everything changes and it looks kind of weird.
Like if they wanted it to fit with the same font size and stuff, they would just have to put like vehicle and then assistance and settings.
But what I do like is we have X modes, and it's a nice hot summer day, so there is no us getting stuck anywhere. We don't feel like mudding or anything because there's really no mud around here either because
Not
we're in
here.
Southern Ontario. But in winter on the Forester, it worked really, really well. So I love X modes. I would live by X modes. If I ever thought I was going to get stuck, I would feel confident with X modes everywhere.
The only thing that sucks is that they are buried in the infotainment. Well, not buried.
They're
They
not
are at the top,
buried.
but they are in the infotainment. They're not.
You
like a
can have
physical
it
button.
always visible, and it's fine. They only work at low speeds. I'm not upset about that at all because other
Because other
whatever.
Subarus have like the SI buttons on the steering wheel, so it would have been
But
nice if we just
X
had-
mode buttons are never on the steering wheel. There'd be a button right here,
Yeah, so it would have been nice if they just did that.
but there's no room.
Make room. Get rid of this view button. You can't even see the camera unless you're going like 2
A hard button for camera over hard button for X modes.
for a Yuri.
Because when you're in X mode, you're already stopped and stuck. This you might actually need to.
Yep.
Okay, and in front of that, we got a wireless charger because we have only wireless CarPlay, which sucks because there's a delay when you're watching videos on your phone and you're connected to the thing, and then you have to disconnect to do that and then reconnect.
Yep.
Let's sing Five Little Ducks. Get out your 5 little ducks.
And then blocking your wireless charger almost is your USB plugs.
Yeah, because they're at like the wrong angle to each other, even if you wanted to correct that.
Yeah, and then like if you have your car in park and you're trying to plug in your USB cables for the first time, it's like, what the heck? Like
Yeah.
you put it into drive to plug in, just like, you know,
Little things.
little things, which I guess you plug it in once. But where else are you gonna put your phone? Your cup holder?
You kind of have to.
Which brings me to an epic fail. Not only are they behind the shifter, which makes it more awkward to grab, they're so deep. And even with the little extension we have here, you still probably couldn't fit a small there.
You know what you do need? 2 extensions.
I could steal them from the other Subaru,
Yes.
put them in here, and then technically they're still owned by Subaru.
Yeah.
They're just in a different Subaru than
We
they
have
started.
to stack extensions.
I'll stack all 3 up here,
Yeah.
and I'll get like a small espresso cup or whatever.
Exactly. And then the rest of this interior is actually not bad. The materials and stuff are pretty cool. All the elbow rests are nice and soft and supple. And then up here we have this cool texturized pattern right in front of me where you can also put a passenger phone or a map. Actually, it wouldn't fit a map, I'm sorry.
What you can do in the back seat though is charge your phone, heat your seats, and they got little cubbies for your phone in the seat back, and they're like leather or whatever, so they're not gonna scratch up your lens and stuff.
And you said you as in me because I actually fit back there very comfortably, which is really nice.
Yeah, we got a whole bunch of trunk space, and then we got cool floor mats everywhere with cool designs. I'll admit, okay, the designs look cool. They got the badge, but the coverage is not very good, especially if you're going off-roading and mudding and getting snow on it. What are you gonna need?
A set of Tuxmat. Go to tuxmat.com/thestraightpipes to see what they have for your car because they have maximum coverage, especially compared to the mats that come with this vehicle.
And you know what I had fun using today on the way here?
What's that?
The adaptive cruise with lane centering
The eyesight stuff.
through the eyesight system. And I feel like this is an older eyesight system than the most recent Crosstrek and Impreza that we drove
Okay.
this year as well.
Yeah.
Which I think works better. I really loved it in the Forester. I know I'm saying that, but like a lot of the Forester is this.
Yep.
And it worked really well. So that's like my ideal. And then just like the Impreza, we got a great field of view with the mirrors back and the little gap in front.
You could probably use these mirrors to do a lot of towing because this can tow up to 3,500 pounds.
Nice. And now let's do a visor test. 3, 2, 1.
Yes.
It's very, very sticky.
Yeah, it needs a little grease.
And like always, Jacob complains that the button for the heated steering wheel is too dim.
Yes, the LED needs to be brighter.
It-
Honestly, whoever did that, whoever sourced that part should be fired at this point.
It goes on brighter when you hold back.
But that's at your like head
Wait,
level.
it's not even working anymore.
Well, it is.
Did
You
you-
just can't see. No, trust me, it's that dim.
Oh my God.
That's what this is what I've been
It
complaining
was
about.
so much brighter in the Impreza. Wow, are they using different parts?
That's what I've been
Yeah, no,
complaining
you're
about.
right, you're right.
I
I
know I'm right. It's been like so many Subarus of complaining
the
about
Impreza is
this.
so much brighter. Maybe they fixed it and this
Yeah.
is old tech still.
So
Hey, good job, Subaru.
enjoy your new job at whatever company you're at after this video. So I think that's it with this car.
Let's get to the price.
$44,795.
Canadian.
And if you wanted to buy one in America, you go to tsp.truecar.com for discounted price offers.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good chunk above the Crosstrek and the Impreza that we recently drove, but you get better motor. It looks cool, more ground clearance. Like, I would just pony up and just get like the cool version.
I honestly would too. I would recommend this over those if you can spring for this.
So would you take this over a RAV4 Prime if you could get either without a delay at the dealership?
I mean, this to me rides nicer. I really don't like this infotainment, but it just, I don't know, this car just kind of works, and I like the look of it.
I think I'd take this over RAV4 Prime.
Yeah.
I think Subaru's a little cooler, even though I don't need symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive.
Yeah, but
It's a nice fashion car, and I want to look tough and off-road when I roll up to the ice rink to play hockey.
yeah.
We all tarmac the whole way.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know which one I'd pick, honestly, but I do really like this car.